Is that the start of the show for real?
No, it took it off as I started it. So let's do it again.
All right.
The collectors.
I guess it's a video clip. Maybe that's why. It's not a graphic, it's a video clip. But welcome everybody to the collectors. You've made it. This is episode 2 of the new Vinyl Evolved live chat that we're doing. We moved away from a specific vinyl collection show to fair game. What's in your collection? Let's take a look at it and let's explore what's exciting in your collection and show it all to you guys. And this is a live chat, so you guys can talk to us in the chat and make fun of our collections. Looking forward to that. And just a fun little get together. We're going to see some cool stuff and talk to some fun people as usual, like these guys with me over here and down there. We got Curtis joining us.
What's up, everybody? Look I got a microphone this week.
Yeah, he's pro Curtis this week. We got
pretty
Matt
excited.
Bandy. Hi, sitting on the floor.
Floor shot. Good. And Kevin Buried on Mars is here.
Yo.
Yay, Kevin.
With a microphone.
Okay.
Well, everyone else was reporting what they were sitting on and what they were talking through, so.
I thought you were going to break into a Beck tune or something there.
2 turntables.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we got exciting stuff for this show. Let me tell you. I don't know what anyone's bringing, but I'm sure it's exciting. I tell you, I've got exciting stuff. I'm going to show you like 60-year-old film. I'm going to show you. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, found some crazy stuff. So look for that. We don't know what's on it. We're going to play some, and it's going to be crazy. Look for that. Curtis, you got anything you want to tease us with?
Well, I had a wonderful last week hunting. I was fortunate enough to go hunting with our good friend Chris, who is not here this evening, but I am making up for that with all of the loot that I got on our weekend hunting adventure. So I'm excited to show all that. And I have a collector's exclusive happening tonight.
Exciting. See, stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You got to get things going for the channel. Don't forget to hit the like for sure, because this is a live chat. The like triggers something that gets something else happening and something.
Also, I apologize. I apologize because I have a cold. So if I sound kind of stuffed up, it's because I am. It's not COVID. It's just a regular old cold. They still exist. Who knew? Who knew?
Exactly. Yeah. Matt Bandy, what are you going to tease us with?
Nothing.
Okay, good stuff. Before we move on, what is the Beat the Bandy this month? Give us a little.
This month it is Wrecking Crew on the NES. So if you want to play along, go follow the Discord of Retro Nonsense and post your scores.
Yeah. Who's got the high score so far?
Duke, but
of course.
So there's only been 2 scores posted. I've only played once, so it's still early. So come along and play some Wrecking Crew. I've never played it before, so that was part of the reason why I wanted to make this a challenge.
That's not like an early Mario title, is it? It's not like.
Yeah, well, you play as Mario as a construction worker. It's one of the black box games, and every level you smash ladders and doors and bricks and stuff. So it's there's no jump mechanic. You just climb ladders and swing a hammer, and there's some puzzle aspects to it. So yeah, it's fun.
Okay, I don't have that one, so I guess I'm not playing along this month. But damn it, Kevin, you got that one?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever played it.
It might be on Virtual Console. I'm not sure, but most of those titles are. So, if you have a Wii and you have a Virtual Console, you can use that.
Might be on that Switch Online too.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, the Switch Online.
Yeah. Kevin, you want to tickle us with anything?
No, I'm hoping the other guys got better stuff than I do, because
I got some good stuff. I'll say that.
I gotta find my knife. because I got stuff to open. There you go. There's a tickle. I got stuff to open.
Ooh, see? There you go.
Hit
But
that
I gotta go.
subscribe button.
I gotta go back in there and find my knife.
So we're gonna have that on camera when Kevin does that.
This camera
folks.
will be shut
learned
off
that.
while I go do that.
One thing we learned through the vinyl show: you put Kevin on camera when he wanders around back there. Good things happen. Yep. All right. Well, heck, why don't I kick it off with a little bit of fun stuff? I'll save the real heavy hitters for a little bit later on. Plus, we're going to dive into the mailbag. Got some email to show you with photos. That's
Really?
right.
Someone emailed?
One of our loyal watchers went to an event and sent us photos of the said event because he knew all of us guys would be interested in seeing some stuff like that. Especially, you know, Curtis shows concert stuff on here. So, yeah, we'll get to that at some point. Say hi to Duke, who is in the chat.
Duke,
What's up?
Beat the Bandy champion.
oh, it's early.
What movie do you have for us this evening, Matt Bandy?
Oh, you have first to guess wins a prize.
Oh,
Well, prize?
no clue.
Well, it's Warner Brothers.
I will give you a clue. This movie, part of it was filmed in the city that I live in right now. That's your clue.
That doesn't help.
Yeah. Where does he live? It's like something Bispo
Lives in the-
County.
I-
Bispo.
San Luis Obispo County is the county that I live in. That is a city north of me.
He told me that they filmed the movie Sideways close to him once, but
that
this
is correct.
does not
This
look
is,
like
this
Sideways.
is not Sideways. No, Sideways was filmed a little bit Solvang. Curtis, he's spent some time in that area.
Love
there with
Solvang. It's great.
Yeah, but yeah, this was it's a football movie. There's your other clue.
Oh, Bad News
Oh.
Bears?
All the right moves.
No,
Rudy.
The Water Boy.
Little Giants.
Bobby Boucher.
there you go.
Little
Little
Giants?
Little Giants.
Wasn't
heck
it for
is that?
for the viewers to win a prize?
You know,
Curtis?
there was no prize,
Come on.
Bill. Let's be honest.
Well, maybe they should have been quicker.
Also, Charlie in the house. Good to see you. All right. So I was going to start with some music stuff just because it's like the old show. Geez. Can't remember where I came across this. Oh, it might have been a Salvation Army. There was a bunch of cassettes. And you guys remember from earlier, I did get, you know, what Curtis has in his shot, a, what do you call the
Pepsi
what-
Cup?
The, that thing,
Taco
that
Bell?
thing.
Is that
So
from
we're
Taco
trying to
Bell?
fill, if we find cassettes, we can fill it up. So I found this really nice looking cassette of some vintage Cher. This was Cher was good then. Come on.
She's good looking.
You need the Native American one that she did. That's one I want you to get.
And well, I love this her version of Bang Bang, and that kicks off
Ooh.
this cassette. Bang Bang.
Is that the
Bang,
bang
bang.
bang?
On the
Like-
floor, baby, bang,
Not-
bang.
No,
No,
not
no,
that
that's
one.
that's
The one
is that,
from Kill Bill.
yeah,
Kill Bill
yeah,
one?
from Kill Bill.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You're singing Rock Lobster?
That's right.
Yeah.
B-52s, baby.
I
You got
guess
a
Now-
B-52s tape, then I'd be happy for you.
Bandy didn't like that, I guess.
Well, I do like that song. I don't know if I've ever heard
Yeah.
Cher's version of that. That's a cool song.
This
If
is
somebody wanted to borrow that cassette, would you share it?
and just stick with us a little bit longer, folks. Don't just stay with us. I know you wanted to
It's
switch
all
right
downhill
there.
from here.
Charlie
couldn't
asked
resist.
That
if
was the peak.
Greg Allman is on there. I don't know. This is a hits tape, but she has Like a Rolling Stone on here. Hey Joe, you better sit down, kids. Lots of cool stuff on there. And I love finding legit copies of stuff I already have so I can fill out my library and not feel guilty. So we got Neil Young's Prairie Wind.
That's a good one.
Yeah, really good.
Mhm.
Some Emmylou Harris on here, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. That was like kind of dedicated to his wife too, and then he dumped her. Like,
Was it really?
Years
I remember
later.
the concert film at the Ryman where he sings most of this. but it's got a nice hardy book in it here. See the big sheet. It's all. Oh, you know me and these posters. There you go.
Oh, it's a sheet in the wind.
Yeah. And he got his old guitar, the Martin.
Have you ever tried the sheet in the wind?
I've slept on some sheets in the wind.
And full lyrics on the back.
I took a sheet once.
Only once?
Well, I've left many a sheet too.
So yeah, there's my music contribution so far. And look at this. If you were in this era of Cher performing, you might use a mic that looks something like this. Doesn't it look like a Cher mic right there?
Oh, that's good. That is great. That's a good find.
I think it's a Shure.
It is a Shure Brothers vintage mic. This was their low end consumer version because it's not. You can't take that off. It's not XLR.
Not XLR.
It's actually like mini.
Ah.
It would have came with an adapter to make that a big and a power switch. Yeah, it's pretty.
Battery?
What are you going to do with that, Bill? You're going to keep that or you're going to flip it?
You do.
Karaoke.
No, I'm keeping it. I like it. I like the look of it.
You know, you can just put that mic off to the side, pretend you're talking into that one.
That's true. We can do this.
See,
Whole
I would
show
know
like
no
this.
difference right there. Look at that. It looks like you're talking into that. I don't know.
That's true. You should hide your other one.
So, yeah. So yeah, no, it's not more Cher. It's just Cher era. But yeah, Shure Brothers. It's got good heavy Shure Brothers microphone. It's good find. And I'll just be light here before I move on to the other guys. We do have Remembrance Day coming up. Is it the 10th today? So it's tomorrow. And I just happened to find in the magazines this Life 70 years later D-Day. And I love this. I love reading about war stuff. It's just so fascinating. You know, this moment of time that is just unimaginable if you sit there and think about how did something like this happen, you know? And this is a full-on magazine going through D-Day.
My grandfather was there.
Really?
Yep.
So he was on one of these boats?
He was.
That's crazy. You ever tell you stories about it?
No.
Wouldn't talk about it.
Talk about it at all.
Yeah.
Very, very little.
My grandfather was on the Italian front. He was down there with Patton.
Oh.
Well, probably whatever the British guy was. What the heck was his name? Or Patton and what was the British guy's name?
It's probably in that book that Bill just showed.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm gapping like that. War Beret.
Anyways, yeah. He would have been under British because they told the Canadians what to do.
Well, you said Italian. I know Kevin's Italian. I thought maybe you meant he was fighting on the Italian side of things.
No. He was half Polish, half Ukrainian. So no, he was fighting. He was a second generation immigrant. The great grandparents were the comers over from the ship.
I see. Okay.
With Mike Trout's family. I'm related to Mike Trout, by the way. I tell everyone I know. My family came over. Half of them went up north to Canada, and the other half stayed in New Jersey. And that was the Mike Trout side. Fun fact.
Joyzy.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not taking up any more time. Let's keep it right moving. Want to see what Curtis brought for us. Very excited to see what he's got.
Where to begin? Why don't I pick this up a little Bill style?
Wow.
So I'm going to move around. All right. So since I never get invited on to the VHS show, I guess I'm going to be showing some VHS tonight because I've been hot and heavy.
You're always a busy guy. That's why you can't fit it in your schedule. So it's your fault.
Not once have I been invited, though.
You know, you don't have to be invited. There's a link that you call in. So
that's true.
They've never sent me the link.
It
You
is
know.
in the description. You know, if you
Not
would
one
watch the
text
show,
or
you might know that.
they always purposefully do this show on a night that I am not available. Purposefully. Bill asks me what my availability is every week, and then he's like, "Oh, we'll do it this night." So
VHS show is coming, by the way. Look for the VHS show coming up soon.
Cool.
Go ahead, Curtis.
I got this off Instagram from an Instagram seller. It's a Nickelodeon Friends Variety Pack tape. Look at that. Now,
Cool.
I didn't know much about this tape. It's not one of the orange ones either. I thought it was like maybe, you know, like one little episode of each of these things or something to kind of give you a taste. And what it is stranger. It's a variety show hosted by Ren and Stimpy, where it's like a clip show. They show like a clip from each of these shows. So it's a little bit shorter than I would have liked, I guess, but it's really great because this is my era of Nickelodeon, you know, early 90s. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Guts, Pete and Pete, Rocco's Modern Life, Rugrats.
Is Guts on there?
No, surprisingly, unless they show a trailer for it at the end. I'm not sure, but check this out. I thought this was really interesting. The tape. This is absolutely fascinating. So it looks like it was a reused tape. It used to be a New Kids on the Block something or other, and they reused it.
Nice.
The manufacturer did that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So look at that. How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
Funny. Oh. Huh. Maybe I have more to watch. I thought I watched the whole thing, but maybe I was rewinding it. I don't know.
I want to get that Ren and Stimpy segment on Midnight is Flashing.
It's really cool because it's kind of like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing where you see their silhouette talking as they're watching, and then it kind of zooms into the thing. So that was fun.
Wine, Bill?
Yeah.
He's a gentleman.
Wow.
There you go. What kind of wine we got? Red or white?
Red, we have some Sandbanks, Baco Noir right there. Good Ontario wine.
I would have pegged you as more of a rosé gentleman myself. But
Really?
yeah. Oh, I got a couple video games I can show really quick. So I picked this up recently because it's the Cartridge Club Game of the Month. You guys ever play this game? Spyro the Dragon?
For a second.
Well, I'm playing through it right now for the very first time. It's okay.
On the OG? On the OG?
On the OG. Yeah, I got the PS1 hooked up right there. So playing through that. And then I also picked this up because I've never played it before in my life. Look at that. Look at that. See that?
250.
Huh?
Good times.
Beauty.
That's a good game. I like that one.
Take care.
Oh, thanks.
How you
No,
doing?
that was Layla was leaving. All right, a couple more things. I'll let it come back around to me, but I'm gonna show. So this last weekend, our good buddy Chris Roberts of the VHS show fame came down, and we were having a little hunting trip. I had a rare Saturday off. I never get Saturdays off, and I had a Saturday off, and we've been meaning to check out this one swap meet for a while because I've been to 3 swap meets in my whole life. And I never felt like I knew how to swap meet. Chris is a swap meter, you know. He knows all the tricks and the rules and how to make deals and stuff. And so I wanted to go and kind of like see it firsthand. And I will preface by saying it was a wonderful experience. Like, man, it was so fun. We found lots of great stuff. Some of it you'll see in a little bit. Unfortunately, I didn't shoot any footage of it. We were so caught up in the moment and everything. We got there super early. It was still dark out when we got there. We did that whole thing. We woke up at like 5 a.m. to leave. It was crazy. I don't know why I'm telling this now because I'm gonna show it the next time it comes around, but little tease for you. But when Chris came, he had brought me a few items that he had picked up in his time. And so why don't we start there? If you'll follow me over here to the cassette wall, we got some cassettes here. The first of which is Bon Jovi.
Ooh, Slippery When Wet.
Slippery When Wet. That is correct. That's the
One of the first bands I liked as a kid.
the big one.
Yeah, I had that tape back in the day. I
It's a
never
good
had the
one.
cover. I just had the tape.
Oh, you gotta get the cover, Bill.
I
And
think
then,
I found it on the floor or something.
You guys know this one? Well, Debbie Gibson,
Yeah.
Electric Youth.
She's looking good there.
There is no quality control for this wall of tape, is there? It's just whatever goes. on that.
Shh, Kevin, it's my turn. Your turn's coming up. A little salt and pepper.
Nice.
Action,
That's
huh?
good. That's early salt and pepper too.
It is. It's 1986.
That's awesome.
Hot, cool, and vicious.
Underrated.
Produced and arranged by Herbie Lovebug, the super producer.
Huh.
And then, if you like that, you're going to love this. Little Tone Loc.
Nice.
And this one is the, I think the only one you really need when it comes to Tone Loc. It's got Wild Thing and Funky Cold Medina on it.
Both
There you go.
on there.
Both of them.
Wow.
What did Mother Brain say she hated? I that went kind of quick. DG not SMP.
The Debbie Gibson.
Oh, okay.
So the Debbie Gibson, you know what? I couldn't tell you one Debbie Gibson song right now, but he brought it with because these were like his extra cassettes that he had, and I was like, bring them with. And when he was here, I was like, I don't want that Debbie Gibson. He's like, well, maybe Layla wants it. She's like, I'll take it. All right, I like Debbie Gibson. Is it the Electric Youth album? Ah, yes, I remember that fondly.
Wow.
So that's how it ended up on the
What
cassette.
dialect is that accent?
That is South London.
South. Okay.
South.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You couldn't tell? Oh, you know what? I'm going to set this mic down because we got a couple vinyl to show.
Oh,
Let's start with this guy. You guys know this?
Mm.
Elton John.
Mhm, mhm.
Huh? What is that? 21 at 33. I am not very familiar with this album.
did Chris Roberts get that for you?
He did.
I know where that came from.
Oh, well.
I was with him.
So, it's got a little lyric sheet ephemera.
That came from one of my record stores.
I think it did, yes. And then let's take a look. Nice. Very nice. Very clean. What's this got on it? White Lady, White Powder, Dear God, Never Gonna Fall in Love Again, Take Me Back, Give Me the Love, Chasing the Crown, Little Genie, Sartorial Eloquence, Two Rooms at the End of the World. Any of those ring a bell?
Nope.
Don't
None.
No, me
know
neither.
that one.
I have yet to give it a spin, but I will report back when I do.
He did put out a lot of freaking albums.
He did, including this one, The Fox. You guys familiar with The Fox?
Nope.
Let's see, what year is this? This is 81, celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. The Fox. And this has Breaking Down Barriers, Heart in the Right Place, Just Like Belgium, that old classic, Nobody Wins, Fascist Faces, Carla Etude, Fanfare, Chloe, Heels of the Wind, Elton's Song, and The Fox. This has the lyrics on the slip, right? Is that what it's called? The slip? I don't know my
Flip.
sleeve. On the sleeve.
Please.
Come on.
Come on.
Slip. That's VHS talk.
Oh, right, yeah. So it's good. Good Geffen record. And then what else did he bring me? Ah, yes, he brought me 2 VHS. The first of which, World Champion LA Dodgers 1988 season Through the Eyes of a Winner, narrated by Vin Scully.
Kirk Gibson home run.
This is yep, exactly.
Or
I had a patient who was
Hershiser.
at that game.
What's up?
I said I had a patient who was at that game, at the Gibson game.
My friend was at that game too, yeah.
Crazy.
So this I tried watching the other day, and I don't have a remote for my VCR, so I couldn't do tracking, but it was very jumpy. If I could just do tracking, I would fix it. So anyway,
You know what you could try doing
What can I try doing?
is ordering. If you can't find a remote, order one from China.
It did work for you, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the best thing that Chris brought me, the favorite, is the Blob.
That's the 80s Blob.
The 1988, the best version of the Blob, written by Frank Darabont. This was clearly a rental tape. You can see it's got the horror sticker on it and some stuff on the back. You guys ever see this movie?
No.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
It's so good. It's very underrated.
I saw the Steve McQueen one.
Well, Kevin, I would urge you to check this one out because you're a big fan of practical effects, and this movie is covered with them.
That's your Blob right there.
Yeah.
With the man.
This might be the horror movie I rented the most when I was a child. I rented this all the time. There was always like a 3 for $5 deal or whatever, $3, 3 nights, whatever the deal was. It would always be like The Blob and 2 other movies. So, so that's what I got. And I will yield my time. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. Good stuff. Palling around with Chris Roberts all weekend.
Oh, good times. Good times, great oldies. Mix 105.
So did you witness any of his like pro antics at the swap meet where you just, kind of took you back a little bit?
We can talk about it a little bit now. Yes. The craziest thing, and this is, you guys are going to roll your eyes for sure, but we were talking about before going, like on the way drive there, because it was about a 45-minute drive. We were talking about manifesting. He's got this big thing with manifesting. And so he's like, what do you want to find while we're there? And so we start shooting out some stuff. And I'll be darned if 3 of the things that we talked about, we actually ran across. It was crazy. And it just kept happening. And he's like, see, you manifested it. You manifested it. And I'm like, whatever, dude. And then we found another one and another one. It was absolutely wild. I wish I would have manifested like $1 million. The bar was very low for what I was manifesting. I should have manifested a little bit higher, but yeah, that was crazy. Chris is a different kind of animal at the swap meet. He, you know how like an eagle can see like something from like a mile away, like a mouse, right? Mm-hmm. That's how Chris is at the swap meet. He walks in and he's got like, he knows, like he's got this like sixth sense, like he knows where to go. And he's also, we're looking for cassettes and VHS and all that stuff. But Chris, he knows anything that's like worth money. He's got this like special sense. If it's like old Tupperware, he knows if it's worth some, if it's like a 1950s vacuum cleaner, he knows if it's the one that you should get to resell. It's crazy. I did get a little bored sometimes because he would spend a long time at a booth digging through, Tupperware and all this crap. And I'm like, I don't care about this. I'm going to go wander off. And that came, I'll show a little bit later, but it came in handy once where I was like, yeah, I scored. I beat him to the punch on something because he was busy digging.
Never let him forget.
He was in shower curtain rings going. Hey.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, he was great. And we did, like I said, we got there not right when it opened, but we got there when it was still dark out, which was great because parking was super easy. And as the morning rolled on, I mean, you could see people, you had to like line up your car to park. It was crazy. It was, everybody's fighting for a space. But yeah, it was a great time. And I feel like it was my first real swap meet experience, So, and Chris, the other thing, dude, that guy, he don't care. He will walk through, push past, and grab. If he sees something, it's going to be in his hand before it's in yours. I saw him like this. This one lady was like still setting up the booth. We didn't know it at the time. He thought it was just some other woman, but he took this box that she was like unloading and grabbed it. And she went, And Chris, it was like she wasn't there. Chris just took the box, started going through it, and she looked at me like, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. It was fun.
Well,
Fun times.
We know he's put old men into hospitals before, so
Mm-hmm.
we know.
This
these
is
things
true.
happen.
That's the word on the street.
All righty. Well, we can move on to Matt Bandy, see what he's brought us from his
Okay.
collection.
Yeah, I
or
will show
recent
a
additions to your
a
collection.
few odds and ends before I get into kind of the meat and potatoes of what I'm going to start showing on the show. I as well was visited by Chris Roberts over the weekend, and we spent Sunday, most of Sunday together, and he brought me a ton of VHS, but out of respect, I'm only going to show one VHS because there is another show that I would like to promote to go watch VHS pickups at. And,
Really?
you know, maybe I'll show them on there sometime. So check out Midnight is Flashing on YouTube. I will show one thing that Chris gave me that is a VHS. This is called Hard and Heavy. The world's first hard rock and heavy metal magazine on video. I'd never heard of this before. And this is volume 12. So this, what's cool about this, it is all over the place with heavy metal and hard rock music. You got a segment on here called Ask Lemmy, where it's interviews and questions with Lemmy from Motorhead. There is, you have the footage from The Doors playing Light My Fire on the Ed Sullivan Show. You have an interview with David Lee Roth, interview with David Coverdale. Let's see, there's also live video of Billy Idol, but then you also have Sepultura and Death Angel on here. So it runs the gamut of heavy metal and hard rock, and I've never heard of it before. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you watch that yet?
I have not, no. Yeah. So this looks like it's from 1991. And yeah.
That's like
it's like a 90 minutes long. So it's, 90 minutes long.
That reminds me of what are those things called? Zines. That's like a VHS version of a zine.
That's right. Yeah. So I don't know if Hard and Heavy was a magazine or some sort of publication that did stuff with hard rock and heavy metal, but I'll have to kind of look at that's a cool logo there.
Yeah.
Do you know you didn't do any research on how many there were in
Not
total?
At all. Nope. There's at least 12, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'd like to get some clips from that too onto Midnight is Flashing YouTube channel.
Yeah. So I'll check it out and report back on that. So a few other things. I did get a new cassette, a new old cassette. This is a demo that was released in 2003 by Our Turn. Our Turn is a hardcore punk band from the Bay Area, San Francisco. This was originally self-released by them in 2003 and was later repressed on vinyl, but I forget who released the vinyl version. And then there was a CD version that was pretty much like a discography that was released by Young Blood Records. I have the vinyl pressing of this, but I didn't have the cassette, and this popped up on Discogs, and it's not something that comes up very much on Discogs, so I was able to get it for a good price. This was actually the first time I'd seen it on Discogs. So
yeah, perfect shape too.
Yeah, I doubt it's probably ever been played until I got it.
I mean, it's not as in good a shape as my Share cassette.
Well,
what's a Mockler miser? Is that a bad thing?
You know, I didn't want to say it in case it was. So, but since
I'm
Kevin
ignorant.
put it out there.
I'm ignorant, so I have no idea. Maybe I'll look it up. I'll find out online on the Googles.
So as Curtis alluded to earlier, Chris Roberts is a wealth of information when it comes to old things that are worth value. And this is another manifestation that sometimes things that we talk about, I will eventually find later. This being one of them.
Oh yes. Flip clock.
So, yeah, we were talking about the Back to the Future clock. I don't even remember how it got brought up. I think it was a few months ago when he came down and we did some yard sailing together. And he said, if you ever find one of these, look for it or keep your eye peeled for that. And I went yard sailing on Saturday, and this was my first stop. And I found this for $5, and these can go, kind of pricey. And this is
Also Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
that's what
flip clock.
Yeah.
Chris and I were having a debate over where that clock was more famous from, Groundhog Day or Back to the Future. He was in Camp Back to the Future. I was in Camp Groundhog Day. I think it just depends on what you associate it with more. I associate it with Groundhog Day.
Just because I've seen that more, and that's just kind of what I think of with that. But yeah, you're right with Back to the Future or with Groundhog Day. It works. It looks awesome. It's got a nice, cool wood grain on it, real clean.
Mhm.
There's a light bulb in here that kind of lights up the display here. The alarm sounds like an old washing machine screaming at you. It is super, super annoying. And so this pops up, and then you slam it down.
I will warn you to not rely on that as an alarm, because my aunt had one of those for years, and they were notorious for being unreliable. Like those parts that flip down, sometimes they wouldn't flip, and the clock would just get stuck.
Yeah.
So people would wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're supposed to leave at 7, and the clock would be stuck at 3:26 a.m. or something.
So it's just so cool how this how the numbers flip on this thing. It's so seamless. You wouldn't even think it. You wouldn't even think it was flipping. It's crazy. It's so cool. So yeah, I was excited to find that. So thanks to him for manifesting that and putting that seed in my brain there. And then I will show two more things. This I shared this on the Retro Nonsense Discord, but my wife and kids recently went to Disneyland, kind of spur of the moment, a few weeks ago. I was unable to go, so they felt sorry for me, and I was fine with it. I was a nice 3 days all alone by myself with no noise, and it was pretty cool. But I missed them. But they brought me back the Seinfeld movie.
Oh,
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah, man.
I saw you post that, and I was like, "Is that even real?" I thought it was a joke at first. I can't believe that exists.
It exists, and it's fabulous. It's real, and it's fabulous.
And it also shows how
There it is.
Ah,
That's it.
It also shows how Jerry's hallway couldn't exist, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah. It's like
Like it
would have
apartment.
slammed into
It
would have gone
kitchen.
right into its kitchen.
Yeah.
right.
The craziest thing is when I was building this, I'm like, oh, okay, I know where this goes. It's so, like, the detail on it, it's just so, they nailed it so much. It's exactly like what the set looks like. So you got George, Elaine, Jerry, and Kramer over here in the kitchen.
Why is he so short?
I know. I thought he was like sitting down in the kitchen,
Oh yeah, no, he's standing up.
waiting for his pants to dry in the oven.
So have you guys been watching the new season of Curb?
Not yet. I haven't got to see any of the new ones yet.
It is so good, man.
Maybe I'll watch some tonight.
He's got his pulse on everything. And you're sitting there and you're laughing and you think, okay, the scene is done, and then he does something else. And it's like it never finishes. So good.
You got Newman there too.
Oh, Newman came with it.
Newman came with it too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He stays in the
it's
hallway.
crazy. Got the bicycle back there too.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's perfect. You got the
AC?
The AC.
Oh yeah,
Commando
the
8.
Commando 8.
Yeah. And there's a copy of Prognosis Negative down here on the VHS.
Oh.
Yeah, so the subtle little details on this thing was awesome. And it looks like the set. You got the lighting up here, and it's cool.
Man, Legos have come a long way, huh?
Yeah. So there you go. That took me it took me a few sittings to put it together, but yeah. Oh yeah. It also came with Jerry's little nightclub. There too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There's a couple other little trinkets, geez. Little pieces.
Ephemera.
Ephemera. Well, no, you don't want to throw it away. There's like a pretzel, and there's a couple. There's like a fishing rod for the babka.
The marble rye.
The marble rye. Thank you. Yeah, not the babka. Just little things like that the diehard fans will like. Oh, okay, I get that. Nice little touches. So
these pretzels are making me thirsty.
And then I will show one more thing here, since Bill brought up that you said tomorrow is for us. It's Veterans Day, but it's
Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day in Canada. Okay, but so I recently got this from my parents when they were visiting. This was my grandfather's mug from his battalion. It says on the Rhine in 45, and so as I said earlier, he served in World War II and fought in Normandy and a few other pretty major battles. But this was always on his desk when I was a kid, and I never really knew what it was until I was older. So it's cool to have this.
I love that.
Yeah,
I've collected a few of those for my dad. He collects them.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure where this is made. I'm trying to. There's some markings on the bottom there, but I can't really read where it's at.
Made in Germany.
It's possibly,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
Did he stay in the army?
No, just he did his tour, and then was afterwards. After the war, he was done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he go to reunions and stuff afterwards in Europe or anything? Okay.
No. He was from his grandparents were from Germany, so he's made my grandparents would make trips back, but no reunions that I know of.
Whew. All right. Wow. Stellar segment from Bandy. Wow.
Thank you.
Try following that up, Kevin. Okay. Let's take a breather. Let's take a moment and hit the mailbag before we get to Kevin. How about that?
Sure. I can follow up a mailbag.
Yeah, you can follow up mailbag. So one of our viewers, friend of the channel, Bill Booth, he went to a concert in Toronto at, I think, the Phoenix, which is like a club type venue. Kevin, you've been to the Phoenix. I think you saw Tenacious D there, didn't you?
No, I was at the Government.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Anyways, he went to see the band GWAR.
Oh
nice. My God. That's a show.
Okay, so you guys know about this. Curtis?
Oh yeah. I know of them because of Beavis and Butthead. Because the whole the video game on Sega Genesis that I had growing up, you're collecting ripped up or like chopped up pieces of GWAR tickets.
Right.
And then you get to go to the band.
People's introduction to GWAR as Beavis and Butthead, for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to pop in. He sent some pictures. He sent pictures of himself before the venue. He sent him pictures after the venue and sent a couple pictures of the band in action. Oh, for those of you who don't know, GWAR is an American heavy metal, like fantasy heavy metal, like hardcore.
They start off as more like kind of the fringe of like hardcore punk and heavy metal, but they were all like art students from the Virginia area, I think, or Maryland, somewhere in that area. But their big shtick was they had these huge personas in costumes that they would wear. They were like the scum dogs of the universe, which is one of the names of their albums. But this whole lore kind of behind them. But
right.
Their
like full costume, like Kiss to the 100th degree. And like an Alice Cooper concert or something, you're going to get sprayed with blood and
If
other
you're lucky, just
bodily fluids.
Yeah.
I got a kid coming down doing laundry. Good to see.
Oh.
So yeah, you can get sprayed with all kinds of stuff at their concerts. And I also found out that none of the original members are in the band. It's all a rotating different.
One of
crew
their
of
original guys died maybe a few years ago from it was like cancer or something weird. But yeah, Odorous Arung. Oh, what was it? Odorous Arungus. Is that his name?
Oh, got me. But here's our friend Bill. Let's see if I add him. And then that's his before shot. Before the concert. Whoa. That's before the concert. Going the wrong way here. That's before. This is after.
He got a white shirt on.
After. Yeah, it's the Guar shirt. Apparently they just use like powdered food coloring, so it washes right out. But man, that is crazy. And there's a shot of the show. And that was like,
oh my gosh,
it was everywhere. He said like the next day he's still trying to scrub that stuff off, and that's his contacts.
Oh my goodness. That's insane.
Yes. Yeah.
Where was this?
It's in Toronto at a club.
Toronto. Oh, look at that
shot of the action.
How do they play in those outfits?
Good question.
Like, it looks like the one guy's wearing like big long gloves, like look at those fingers up in the air.
That guy's not wearing much.
Well, no. He just plays the triangle. But the other one, look at those fingers. Like, are those real fingers, or are those is that like a glove?
I see something other than a finger down there.
Cod pieces?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the heck?
You looking to get off of YouTube or what?
Mother Brain, look away. Look away, Mother Brain. So,
yeah. Thanks for sending us the images of that concert.
That is awesome. For our first piece of listener email, the bar is high now.
There you go. You can always email us right there. Start to continue mail@gmail.com. And it shows shots of your collection, concert you go to, whatever you're up to. We welcome the email. Okay, Kevin, follow that.
We are setting Kevin up for failure today.
Did I ever
breather?
Pick the right show to have absolutely nothing interesting to show? Well, here we go. I went to the Mission Thrift and I picked up some movies, some Blu-ray movies. They're all they've recently marked everything to just $3 now. It used to be like the Blu-rays were like $4 or $5 and the DVDs were $2, and now it's just everything's $3. So it's great. So I'm not a really huge fan of this version of Batman, but for $3 I thought, what the heck, I'll get the Batman Begins. Has all the stickers on it too, so
yeah,
what the heck.
It's
for use with Blu-ray, so this is like early. It never opened.
You gotta save all that.
Yeah, I suppose I do.
Or maybe save those hype stickers.
Or maybe he's not gonna open it.
Yeah, just never open it. And then somebody dumped out of their Ben Affleck collection. We got The Town.
Hey, that's good. That's a good movie.
Oh
yeah. You haven't seen it?
No. And it was $3. So, and Sarah was like, Sarah and I were debating on whether or not it's like, I think it's just a heist movie and they're just wearing some funky masks. But Sarah's like, no, this is a scary movie. That's scary.
It's not a scary movie. It's definitely got like Heat vibes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like an action thing happening on the back too.
And it takes place in Boston or somewhere over there, so they're all talking like, pack the cat in the Harvard yard.
So to carry on with the Ben Affleck, I found the Argo.
Oh.
Argo,
I've never seen.
That's okay.
Argo what?
Argo, F yourself.
Well, it's got
Hey, that's
Bryan
a best
Cranston
picture right there.
and John Goodman. So
Is that Alan Arkin too?
Yeah, he's in this too. Did this win an award or something?
Yeah, best picture 2013 or 2012, 2013, somewhere in there.
Not best director though.
No.
Snub.
You think he should have won for best director? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Bill sits over there sipping his wine. Not best director though.
All right.
Snub.
The other thing that I'm finding a lot of now. You used to never see any Disney Blu-rays or DVDs out there. Like maybe like one of the sequels that was direct to video or something. But now with the Disney Plus, people are just dumping out of the.
That's true. Now that you mention that,
Yeah.
I've seen
they had
the Diamond Deluxe editions too.
Yeah,
fancy.
The vault is open.
I put like on my Amazon wish list, like when they all came out in 4K, and I put them on the wish list, and I waited for them to go on sale because Sarah wanted a few of them, like Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and all that. And now you go out to the thrift stores, and there's just like 3 copies of the Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella and all that stuff there. So I was flipping through it, and I heard that this was a good one. I haven't seen it myself. Even though I have Disney Plus, for $3, what the heck? I've never seen this Tangled.
Oh,
that one's great.
That's what everyone says. So
movie's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, what the heck?
Of the recent like Disney, in the last like 10, 15 years, that's one of the best ones.
Yeah, that one's
That one's awesome.
That's what everyone says. So that's why I picked
it's a good 3D movie too.
Bill, nobody cares about 3D. Stop trying to push that.
3D is a waste of time.
It is. Those lanterns just are in your face.
Lantern.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
It's like they're right in front of me.
It's true.
You should have really been on full screen for that animation.
Just me and the duck up here.
I'm not a huge fan of this series either, but I don't for $3. I don't know. There was a DVD of the Kung Pao, Enter the Fist.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
You know what is the better movie that does that same trick thing is Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid with Steve Martin.
Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid is like this?
Where they take like old movie footage and like insert him into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That movie is hilarious.
Yeah, I have that one. That is a good movie.
Yeah.
And here's another thing you don't want to sleep on. Put it on your Amazon wish list. They've been putting out the Hitchcock movies in 4K, and I must say, the what's that called? Transfers.
Yep.
I'm really tired, by the way.
You forgot 3 letters.
They are fantastic. So this went on sale for $15, so I grabbed the Vertigo. But so far I've watched The Birds in 4K, which just looked great. Like the little girl in that movie, who, by the way, I can't remember her name. She's a little girl in that movie, and then she went on to be in Alien and Witches of Eastwick. Anyways, the blue in her eyes. She was the one she was the other girl.
Okay, the
other girl.
That's it.
That's it. But yeah, she's got like these really piercing blue eyes, and they really look good in 4K. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. I watched that in Psycho, which it's just black and white, but still it looked.
Did you watch that Psycho, the trailer where Hitchcock walks around showing that I was talking about? I'm gonna say no, you didn't.
You know what's funny? Curtis? I have a copy of The Bride of Frankenstein, and I put that on the other day, and there's this Hitchcock thing at the beginning. It's like, what the hell is this? And it's what you were talking about.
Yes!
Like, oh my gosh, that's what it is.
Did you watch it?
I watched it.
It's great.
Halloween night, I put it on just to watch, have in the background. I was like, wait, why is Hitchcock on this? And it's him. It's like, oh no, it's too terrible.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. No, that did start at the end of the movie. There's another thing they do with these 4K movies is they go right, like as soon as the movie's over, it goes right into the extras. It just starts playing them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of.
I kind of like that.
It is
like if you just threw it on in the background.
it kind of sucks you in because it's like normally you wouldn't, you might not watch it or whatever if it was nothing, but like it's right at the end. Because sometimes you'll queue past to see what's if there's an extra or whatever. Anyways, they put the extras right on the end. And anyways, yeah, it was good. But yeah, that was on that Psycho thing, but I didn't watch it. No, but I will the next time. That's it. That's all I got for movies right now for this round. I told you I don't have too much.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That was good. You had good stuff. Although you don't seem enthused about anything you get. You're like, I'm not. Batman Begins.
I'm really tired. That's all I got. I gotta go get my knife and my reading glasses too. I'm glad you guys didn't ask me who's in any of these movies or anything because
it's Jimmy Stewart.
My reading glasses.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart.
Just go right on back there.
All right.
Just go back. Oh,
we lost him.
Damn it.
Yep.
He's taking away our fun.
Had a good run.
Kevin.
Just sip my wine. Wait for Kevin.
Are you drinking that out of a plastic glass?
No. Look,
is that crystal? Is that crystal?
Gorgeous. Is it crystal?
Do the thing.
Ooh.
Not too bad.
Do that. Go around and do.
What if it breaks?
Well, then it's a crappy glass.
Well, no, that'd be a good glass if it breaks because you're getting that resonance. It's not doing it.
Maybe you got to set it on something.
Did you wet your finger?
Yeah, I did. I got it moist.
You just got to circle it really gently.
I was trying.
Just gently.
I'm trying, dude. Is this getting us subscribers?
I don't know. We'll probably lose this. What do you got to show?
Okay. I'm going to get to that good that film stuff in a second. But since I'm talking about photography, you guys remember last time I picked up that couple of old film cameras. So that
a comic camera.
Yeah, comic camera, exactly. So I must have been manifesting more photography stuff. And
it's the word of the day.
It kept coming to me. So I've seen this before and I passed on it because I didn't want to spend too much money on it. But then I saw this again come up and I'm like, I'm just going to get it because it just looks cool. So this is like a dark room timer. You guys ever seen that before?
No, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's just a big old timer that I guess you would need this in the developing process. And this
just
probably
goes for an hour.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not 100% sure how it sets up, but you got extra plugs to go in there. I assume the face really glows in a dark room, you know.
I got one of those at work. Use those all the time.
Well, it probably shouldn't glow.
Not exact like that, but similar.
Mm-hmm. By Glab.
I don't know what the make is. I'll take a photo of it. If you really want me to.
But I thought it looked cool. It's got everyone likes switches. Got switches there.
Oh, that's nice.
Switches up here. Don't know what it does. Unlabeled. God knows what it does.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping you'd do all three.
I did. And so I think that'll look cool on a shelf. So I'm going to keep that myself if I manage to come up with some shelf space. Doesn't have a year on it, unfortunately, but it's got the things you can hang it on the wall. Anyways,
cool.
Photography stuff. So I was in a Salvation Army, and I know this show's called The Collectors. We're supposed to be showing stuff in our collections. These are additions to our collections. So it's
you're growing your collections.
Yeah.
How's it any different?
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, trying to reinforce the mission. We have the mission statement of our collections, and we'll do like where Curtis will just show his cassette business there, but we gotta, anyways.
What?
I saw this package of stuff at the Salvation Army and had $30 on it. So I asked to take a look at it, and I said, so the whole thing is $30? And they're like, yeah, I guess so. $30, take it. And it has a pretty cool camera here, again, with the 3 lenses for the different zooms.
Yeah.
Is that the Holiday 2?
It's the Holiday 2, and it's got the old crank on it, so you can crank that up. And then there's your trigger.
Oh, there it is.
Right. Yep. This particular camera has a light meter built into it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because, when you're shooting this, it's a gamble what you're going to get. There's no looking to see how your image is turning out. So you have to know your light meter, your distance, and then this will tell you how to set up this business here, your f-stops and your shutter speed and all that jazz. So really important to have a light meter on these. I wasn't that crazy excited about this camera, though, even though it is pretty cool, because...
But shouldn't the light meter be on the subject, not on the camera?
Well, that's a different style of light meter. This is measuring the light that's coming in the camera.
Oh, I see.
You're thinking that one you hold with the ball on
luminance.
it, and then, yeah. Anyways, I already had a Holiday 2 already on my shelf.
What about Holiday 1?
No Holiday 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks like that one you showed last time, but that's a different one. It doesn't have the light meter thing, does it?
This one does have... Mine's not in as good a shape as this one.
I see.
It's a little bit dirtier. But, so I have 2 of these now. They look good together.
Oh, man. Tune in next week for another one.
This is a lot like Joe's pickups. You just keep picking up the same thing over and over again.
Also in this thing was, you guys know what that is? What this device is for?
Nope.
By Argus. They had 29 on this thing too, but luckily
you
they
put that on.
see
You put
it.
it on your Game Boy and it lights up.
Oh, that's like an editing thing that where you tape or you put them together, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, you would lay your film strip across there and see the little groove, and there's a cutter right there, so that would cut your film perfectly.
Yeah.
So yeah, glorified. That's all you need to edit right there, folks. In the old days.
That's it.
But I was most excited about all of these. Remember, I showed you with last week's camera, there was some film, and we thought how cool it would be if it was exposed film and we could look through old photography. This is all exposed, been processed, all these reels of film.
Oh, those are all like developed?
These are all developed. They range between 1961 and 1971.
Wow.
Bill's turned into quite the voyeur.
It is so funny because I used to not get at all Chris Roberts picking up people's wedding videos, and now I'm picking up even older wedding videos on film. But it is cool because you learn some neat things about how it worked back in the day with this film. When you bought this box of film, the processing cost was built into the purchase. So once you exposed the film and then you dropped it back in this box and mailed it off to the processing plant, and then they would send it back to you, and you already paid for the processing with the cost of the film. So, and this one's neat because it's got a postal stamp on it. You can see it cost 8 cents to mail that in 1967. 8 cents. And then they went and scrubbed all their info off for some reason. I don't know, because some of this stuff you'd think would be nice to return to the original owners. So you get your film like this. This is what it looks like. It's got leader on the front, and then it gets into the actual film right there.
Wow.
Go to bed. And don't let these cats down here. Okay. Sorry, a little aside there. Hey, we got the Q dogs in here.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Good to see. So yeah, I got just tons of these boxes. And one of these has like literature that they sent. I'll look for that as I Hey, do you guys want to see what's on these rolls of film?
Yeah, more than anything in the world, Bill.
Hold on to your bootstraps, or what? Hold on to your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this episode sponsored by Midnight is Flashing? Is that what's happening?
This ain't VHS. This film.
Yeah. So are we actually going to get to see it, or is it going on to film is exposed? The film is exposed.
Exactly. Now. The newest YouTube channel out there now is Kodachrome. I bet you no one's got Kodachrome as a YouTube name. Kodachrome 2020. Okay,
good Paul Simon song.
I was going to set this up and do it all live for you, but what I ended up doing was just shooting some tape on it. So if you'll excuse me if we're not going to do it live, but luckily in my possession already on my shelves, I had an actual 8mm, or I think this does 16 as well, an editor. And it's got a preview window in there. So you can run your film through here and actually play it through here and watch it on here like a little TV. So anyways, you'll see this on the video if it plays. If y'all are ready,
This might be a silly question, but how do you get sound out of an 8mm?
No sound.
No sound. Okay.
They did develop sound later on. It would be on its own separate tracks, but that was much later. I don't know, in the 80s maybe. Kevin, do you know when they added sound to film, to the 8mm films?
Oh, it's well before my time.
Yeah, I did happen to see a projector today, actually, that was an 8mm projector, and it did have audio capabilities. So at some point they added audio tracks, but not back here in the 60s. So let's see. Hold on to your butts, and let's...
Oh. Is that you playing the guitar,
Yeah.
Bill?
See, that's what happens when I try and play a video. Play. Oh, I think
well, the music
is everyone
is
frozen?
Wonderful. Can you hear me, Bill?
Bill's totally crapped.
That was such a fail.
It's like Dad telling me to go to bed. I'm going upstairs to watch Netflix.
Don't make me come rip your posters.
Some 4K Netflix. Maybe you should try.
Does anyone know what's happening?
Can you hear us?
Froze.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
Bill,
finally. All right. So who has control now? Nobody has control.
No. I see Chris Roberts in the chat. Maybe he can come on and take control.
There we go. He knows what to do. Yawn.
Eric's watching us instead of Melissa playing Spyro. Pressure's on.
Oh,
well, you
Melissa...
tuned in at a stellar portion of the show. Maybe we should put Melissa up.
Curtis, do you want to go and start showing some of your stuff? Oh,
nah, here's Bill.
Okay.
Hey, Bill, really cool video.
What happened?
Amazing.
Oh, man. Just
we heard music, but that was it.
Okay, let me try one more time.
Why not? It's already a train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why does it do this to me? It'll play Curtis videos perfectly. Okay.
Maybe it can differentiate quality.
Okay. Sorry, I just gotta dig it up here. Hold on. What? You guys talk amongst yourselves. It's fine.
Is this video in like 4K or something?
No, it's ridiculous, but it's too big for me to upload it to StreamYard.
A Rick Moranis thing.
All right, trying it one more time. What happened? Did I freeze or did everyone freeze?
No, we could see you. It didn't seem like you could hear us or anything.
Did the video keep playing?
No. We got about one frame.
Okay, we'll see. I'll just close it and come back if it craps out again.
All right.
We got about 6 frames.
Yeah.
Janky. So there's the editor. Hey, that'll work. The Hamonex.
Oh, that's as far as we're gonna get. Oh no!
Did it freeze?
No. It did a little bit.
That's my editing technique. You see that transition?
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Bill.
I know, right?
Or should I say, Mr. Scorsese?
And I just used this thing to do it.
This frame rate's like playing a game on the Switch.
So the arms come out, you put the take-up reel on there, and then the film.
Are we
goes
watching
on the
stop
other reel.
animation now?
Yeah,
I-
this is old Ray Harryhausen video.
Next time, I'm going to send my videos to Curtis, and he can play them out for us.
It's like the old shopping channel.
Look at this. What's this romantic music playing underneath?
It's a Bill original.
That's true.
I want to like fall in love on an island somewhere.
There's some
Love right there.
folks. Yeah.
It's matching the frame rate.
Almost saw a car. I don't get to see someone's
Ooh,
ass
that's
in the
right.
car. Yeah.
Oh, now we got a graveyard.
Yeah. Explain this one. Who whips out the camera
Here's
at
the old
graveyard?
family funeral. Getting together with everybody to mourn the loss of the patriarch of our family here. Who's next? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, beautiful
Oh
flowers.
my gosh, who does this?
Oh, wow.
And then look at this.
Hey.
That's the
That's
Toronto airport in 1961. So you get to see some cool old jets there.
Oh, is that the Arrow Key?
Arrow Key.
Yeah, that looks like the Arrow Key airport.
No, it is Pearson.
No, but yeah,
No,
Arrow
it
Key
wouldn't
was
have
at Pearson.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it wouldn't have been called Pearson yet. And there's some kids going at it. This girl just takes down this kid. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who
Wow.
died.
No, we got to go back to the graveyard. We
Oh,
got to get
gosh.
back in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going
Uh,
back. Oh, my God.
Pay your respects for little Jimmy. I told him no horseplay.
And then let's get some glamour shots at the cemetery.
At the
Stand over by that tree. Yes. That frames up beautifully.
They always have the nicest cherry blossoms at the cemetery.
Well, I got to get in this shot. Hold on. You take the
Yeah.
camera. You know what that means? That's the end of the reel.
Ah, that was a cliffhanger, man. What was she going to do to that tree?
And that's how you rewind the tape. You just send it
How
back
many
to the
minutes?
other reel.
How many minutes of video was that?
Oh, geez. Less than 4 minutes.
That's all that was capable of shooting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
Yeah. Takes
Now, do you-
longer to rewind.
So you would could you splice together another reel of film into one long thing if you're wanting to shoot more?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's wild.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now,
Do you have a projector?
I don't have a projector. This is the only thing I have.
but that was the only one of them. Like that whole box is a bunch of those. Have you looked at any of the other ones?
I have burned through quite a bit of them. That's probably the most exciting one. The airport and a cemetery. It's pretty cool. A lot of Christmas stuff, of course, right? but it's the 60s, so they're opening up like nothing very exciting, at least for us.
That's pretty cool, though. The 60s. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So, and of course it's film, right? So a lot of this stuff is not exposed properly. Like the Christmas stuff, it's in a dark room with a bright tree, and the camera's like, you're not exposing this properly. It's no good. So very worth $30 anyway. So lots of cool stuff on there. Check this out on Kodachrome YouTube channel coming up. Transfer that shit over. Yeah. I can keep going a little bit longer if you'll permit me. Oh, Mike LeBrain is here too. We had Deke earlier. It's good to see these guys.
Wow, man.
Much. Thanks for coming.
How lucky are we?
Wednesday's the night, man.
It is the night because...
Oh, yes!
Peter, welcome back.
He's got some film he could show.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Those home movies.
Again, with the manifesting photography stuff, I found this cool little bin. It's got some nice Kodak graphics on there. Kodak slide compartment file. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with this thing. You put your slides in there, but I just like all the graphics in there. Old school fonts, you know.
Sweet.
I like that. Metal. Imagine they produce stuff with metal. So I don't know why you'd put your slides in there like that, though. Why do you? Does it need to? I don't know. And I apologize. There was more music, but I will show that if we come back around the next time. I don't want to take away all the time from the other guys, but I'll show you one more vintagey thing, an old reel-to-reel audio tape. Sony, just the box, so just the box, just the box. Still,
did you buy a box? You bought that?
I did buy the box.
Oh, Bill,
I paid $2 for that.
Oh, Bill.
But I do have these reels without a box, so I'm gonna put one in a box, and just like Peter North says, put it in the box. All right. So, yeah, there's my oldie vintagey segment. Still some music to come up if it gets back around to me. And, yeah, we'll dive into it some more. But I know Curtis is sitting on some really great stuff, so I don't want to take away any more of his time.
Well, I don't have any funeral videos to show, but I almost died when I found these deals.
Yeah, that joke died.
Not your best.
Okay, so swap meet, right? Manifesting. On the way there, how do I tell this so that I don't spoil the surprise when I show it? Okay, that's what I do. So Chris was looking at this, what do you call it? Like somebody that buys like a storage thing and sells all that, or like an estate sale type thing, and they like are selling everything from this house. And so he was digging through everything, and he found some cool stuff. I don't know if I should say. I don't want to spoil what he found. He found some old like television scripts.
That was
primo.
Really,
oh my god!
really
I couldn't
on
believe
Twitter.
that.
Yeah.
Primo. Yeah, I'm gonna just say he found a Family Matters script and a Twilight Zone script, and like it was an original Twilight Zone script with notes from what was it? The late 50s, early 60s, or somewhere in there, something like that.
It was a good episode too.
With notes, yeah. I don't know if it was the producer's copy, the actor. I'm not sure.
I wonder if we could find out who scripts those were. Like if that was the same person that was that worked on both of those episodes.
both
you can
shows.
go to IMDb and see.
Yeah, probably. I would guess if I'm on the fringe of this industry, but I would say that it was probably a producer. Based on the photos and stuff we were looking at, this person was high up in the industry whenever they were in it.
So was their like career like going down? Like, I mean, you start off on the Twilight Zone and then your family.
I love Family Matters.
Family Matters was like a super successful show, Cameron.
Ran for a long time.
Yeah, ran for 9, 10, 11 seasons, something like that.
I'm still going to say it was a dip in quality compared to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
I'm going to say it wasn't a dip in his bank account.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was a major dip in quality. Major.
Nonetheless, cool stuff. In fact, the Twilight Zone had a deleted scene or like a scene crossed out in it. So that might be some stuff that nobody even knows about. Really cool.
Whoa.
Anyway, Chris is looking at this stuff. I'm getting bored. So I start wandering off because I'm like, I want to look for VHS. I want to look for cassettes. I want to look for video games, anything I can find. And I see this guy and he's got some VHS line on the ground. And I go over. Now, let me ask you. So let's say I see one that I want, right? How do you ask the guy how much he's charging for this?
These are being thrown out, right? That's what you say.
Okay. Well, I would say you don't want to show him your hand. You don't want to show him the one tape you're looking for, right?
Yeah,
So
give a bunch of them. How much for these?
Yeah. So that's what I did. I hold up like 3 and I was like, hey, how much are the VHS tapes? And he's like, well, I don't know which ones you want. Like, pick out the ones you want or whatever and let me know. And so I was like, oh, all right. So I grabbed like a stack of 5, right? And I go over and I was like, how much are the VHS tapes? Or no, I grabbed a stack of 4. And he goes, $5. You can have them all. And I was like, dang it. He flipped the script on me. What he did was he made me buy more, even though I only wanted the one. And I was like, but it was still like a good deal. So I was like, $5 for 4. I said, hey, how about we just make it 5 for $5 a piece? And he's like, go grab another tape. I was like, all right. Now, stupidly, I didn't swap out one of the tapes because I didn't want one of the tapes. I ended up getting How High with like Method Man and Redman. And I was like, I don't want this stupid movie. So
that was left. Yeah, Curtis or Chris Roberts ended up with that because I saw that in the back of his trunk.
Yeah, I said when I was like, Chris, I don't want this. You take it or I'm gonna throw it away. And he's like,
oh, don't throw it away. I'll take it.
I was like, all right, you take it.
Gomer Pyle now.
So the other 4 I did want. I wouldn't have gotten them if this one tape that's the last one I'm going to show wasn't in there because that's the one I really wanted that we manifested. But I'll show you the other 3 first. The first one is American Tail, Fievel Goes West. Fun fact.
Not animated by Don Bluth.
Correct. Fun fact, Jimmy Stewart's last film role.
Oh, really?
Yep. He plays, what's his name? I forget. Wiley Burp. Wiley Burp. That's it. John Cleese is the bad guy in this. Good stuff.
Funny.
Now, that would normally come in a clamshell, wouldn't it?
No. Don Bluth was always like the slip covers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Don Bluth never did, except for maybe like Secret of Nim. I don't know. Most of them I always saw in the slip covers. But speaking of Don Bluth, here's a classic. Land Before Time. Great condition. Miriam. This was
Miriam.
Thank you, Miriam.
Little foot.
I guess I never associate that stuff with Bluth.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, this is like the big one. I mean, Land Before Time, man. It's a classic.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I never put that together.
There you go.
Bride of Chucky. Now check this one out. Check this out. Includes bonus footage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now I haven't watched this yet, but I'm wondering if this is one of those where it has like the scenes that they add for the like the TV version.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know, if it's one of those, maybe. Of course, I don't have any way of knowing what the bonus footage is. It could also be like at the beginning or the end, they show like a making of type thing. Sometimes that's the bonus footage. It doesn't really say or give you anything on what it is, but interesting. This is fun.
Check out Letterboxd for Kevin's reviews on the Chucky
You beat me to the punch. You beat me to the punch.
And that movie was shot in my area, and you get a nice view of the 407. In that movie.
What is the 407? Is that a road?
It's just
like
a beautiful piece of highway. It is the most expensive toll road in all the world.
Oh, yes.
and I avoid it like the plague.
That's awesome. But the one that caught my eye, I saw it, and this is the one I wanted. And if he would have said $5 for just this one, I would have paid it. Chris and I were talking about this. Chris will say that he manifested it for me, and he was really salty that I got this. And I said, no, I piggybacked, and I said, I also want that as well. Like we were talking about, we both wanted it, you know? But anyway, Chris, to the day, we were fighting about it the whole time. He's like, I manifested that for you. It was almost like he was saying, I took it from him. And I was like, bro, I beat you to the punch. And he's like, I manifested it. I was like, you're talking crazy talk about this manifesting stuff anyway. I'm just the lucky guy that found it.
Oh, nice.
Now look at this.
Wacky.
This was a rental copy. It's yeah, look at that.
Where's it from? Star Video.
Star Video.
Did it have a location on where Star Video is from?
I don't know. Yeah. But you know what I love? Look at that right at the top there. Recommend this comedy to friends. How dare you? How dare you? I never owned this as a kid. We had it on like a taped version. Thank you, Duke. We had a taped version, you know, like recorded off of HBO or something. And I always wanted this as a kid. So it was as if I bought it and handed it to my 10-year-old self and was like, here, you finally got it. It was nice. It was very good. And yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, I paid $1 for this. By the way, all of this stuff that I've shown so far, except for the video games, but all the stuff from last weekend, I paid in total $32. So
nice. So if we can just back up this manifesting stuff. So what is it? You just say something and then it shows up at the location?
We were talking on the way, like, what would you want to find
about
today?
it, you talk about it. Yeah.
And Chris is like, oh, I'd love to find some like Ernest VHSs. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to find some Ernest, like Scared Stupid or something. He
said that?
He said it, yeah. Oh. But I was like, yes, I also want those. I also want those.
See, I'm the total opposite. If I go into a place thinking of something, like I'm looking for something specific, I'll never find it. It's only like if I go in and I'm just open to anything, and then that's how I find things.
Yeah. Well, coming up. So after the swap meet, I'm still at the swap meet. I got some cassettes. Now these ones, the guy said they were $2 a piece or 3 for $5, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. 3 for $5. So I grabbed 3. Oh goodness. Woo!
I don't make things disappear, Duke.
All right. This first one, I don't care what anyone says. This is amazing. The Clueless soundtrack. This is an amazing soundtrack. It is like it captures the 90s so perfectly.
What do you got on there?
You got The Kids in America by the Muffs. We're the kids in America. Shake Some Action by Cracker. The Ghost in You Counting Crows. Here by Luscious Jackson. All the Young Dudes by World Party. Fake Plastic Trees acoustic version by Radiohead. Change by Lightning Seeds. Mullet Head, Beastie Boys, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Coolio, Supergrass, Velocity Girl. It's awesome.
That's pretty good.
It's great. I've already listened to it. It's perfect. So that was a good one. I got the GoldenEye soundtrack. GoldenEye, Tina Turner, GoldenEye. Now, have you guys ever seen this? How it looks like he's got a really long mouth.
Mm-hmm. That's all I see.
Oh, what? I can't unsee that now.
Oh,
yeah,
now
it's one of those things. You're never going to unsee it. It looks like his mouth is really long.
Weird.
But yeah, and then it's just a score, but still pretty cool. You know, I was trying to find, like, I had 2 that I wanted, and that was like kind of my third one to round out to get them for 5. And then I got this one, which I thought was pretty cool. Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah. My mom
all the best. Yeah, this is a great one. So, Bane on the Run, Jet. I mean, it's got everything.
That's a pretty big sigh from Bill up there. I don't know.
I was doing the Paul McCartney.
So that was all I got at the swap meet. After that, we took a jaunt over to this place called Retro Games Plus, which is an awesome little store, retro store. Of course. But yeah, this Retro Games Plus, it's a video game store, but they have movies. They got music, they got toys, they got like shirts and stuff. It's very much like a nostalgia store. It's great. Lots of fun stuff. And so I was digging through and I found one VHS. I got Rugrats Volume 1, Tales from the Crib. This does have the orange tape.
Orange.
Look at that.
That's neat.
So love me some Rugrats.
Do you like Rugrats?
I do, yes. I grew up. This is like what I grew up on, like early 90s Nickelodeon shows, man. It's great.
I need superheroes or something.
Is the movie over? Put on something. Put
on Rugrats.
And I found one cassette tape.
Nice.
ZZ Top Eliminator.
Produced by Bill Ham.
That is correct. This is a great one. I mean, come on, look at that. If you only got
one X2, I've never seen that before.
If you only got one ZZ Top album, I think this might be the one.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Really?
It is top 3.
Top 3
for me. I would say it's top 3.
Well, that's a good one. And I got one more thing at that store, but I'm going to show it last in a second because the last place we went to was Savers, which is like a thrift store chain. And
it's Valley Village.
Yeah. And I found this tape there that was amazing. For $1, I got Oscar's Greatest Moments, 1971 through 1991. I watched this the other day. This is solid freaking gold. There are so many things I never knew, and they do such a great job showing these clips. They'll show, they kind of like will focus on openings, the hosts. They'll focus on the presenters. They'll focus on the in memoriam segment. They'll focus on bits in between. They'll focus on acceptance speeches. They focus on all these things, and they show kind of like a greatest hits clip show type thing hosted by Carl Malden. And there were so many things that I never, who talks about these things? One in particular that really stuck out to me was there was one year, 77, 78, somewhere around there, John Wayne couldn't be there. And someone came out and said, hey, the Duke really wanted to be here this year, couldn't make it. You know, we'll see him in the future. And this was when John Wayne was going through cancer and all that. Well, the next year, the Duke did show up. And he was looking frail. Let me tell you, he is just skinny, gaunt, you know, and he's like, some people think I'm down for the count, but if there's one thing me and Oscar have in common, it's we both plan on being here for a long, long time. And the crowd's like, yeah. And then like 2 seconds later, Carl Malden's like, 2 months after this, John Wayne died. That was crazy. And they show this great bit with Carrie Fisher and Martin Short. If you've never seen that Oscar bit, look it up. It is so funny. They both come out wearing the same stuff. And I'll just spoil it right now. Carrie Fisher goes, Martin, how could you do this? You were with me when I bought this dress. You knew I was going to wear this to the Oscars, and this is going to be my Oscar. Martin Short goes, Carrie, you own hundreds of beautiful dresses to wear to the Oscars. I own 4. And then it goes on from there, but really great. Really funny stuff. So, the manifester himself.
Yeah. We were manifesting and we talked about him this whole show.
We manifested you.
Well, I was listening to your story. I had to call in.
By all means, the floor is yours, sir. Right. What do you got to say?
I'm not saying your story is completely inaccurate, but I did specifically say I would like to find Ernest Scare Stupid. And I was happy you had it. I was joking about the salty thing because, whatever. But I literally did say that. And then I also brought up the story, remember, Bandy? I had sent you a picture of a movie a couple weeks ago, and then the next day you found it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's it. I did manifest it. Now,
Okay.
you found it, so that was good. Anyway, I mean, I'm happy for you. It was an awesome find, dude.
That was good.
That would have been the one tape I would have been. I think I would have liked to find it more because I knew it would have pissed you off as opposed to actually having it. So I'm glad you got it.
I wish I could have taken video of when I showed it to you to see the color leave your face.
No,
in disappointment.
That's not true.
In disappointment, just like, ah.
I couldn't make no. That's not
You're like,
true. I couldn't believe you
but
found it.
But look at my Family Matters script.
Yeah.
No, it was fun, dude. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
I wasn't, dude. And I've been wanting to go to that swap meet for such a long time. And I know you were kind of opposed to the drive because you're an LA guy, but it was worth it, though, right? I mean, that was a great swap meet.
It was great. Yeah, I would go again.
Yeah, for sure. It was a fun swap meet. We got to see the world famous Pixel Game Squad. We're probably gonna be in their next video. Of course, the second you start to talk, they stick a camera right in your face. I was just like, yeah, I found this. Thanks, everybody. But yeah, those scripts, man, they're really cool. I wish I could show them. I don't have them with me. Obviously, I'm still at work, but man, it was just really neat. There is handwritten notes. And like you said, Kevin, about trying to, maybe match it up with somebody else's handwriting. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because, and like Curtis mentioned, there's this one that's got the scene marked out in the Family Matters. They actually did a pickup scene for the pilot. So that's actually it's the third episode, but it also has a pickup scene. So I thought that's kind of cool. Probably gives it a little, cachet or whatever. But, I don't know, man. It's just neat to find that. Whoever, like Curtis mentioned, whoever it was, they were definitely way up there somewhere in Hollywood.
They had a photo album. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was Milton Berle's photo album, and it was for his 91st birthday or 86th birthday. I don't know. You'll probably prove me wrong by when he died, but whatever it was one of his. It was a birthday in 1991, I believe, and it had Frank Sinatra in it. I mean, these were all candid pictures. These weren't like, some bullshit picture. These were like pictures like, obviously they're all like, hey, let's stand and take a picture. But it had Ed McMahon, George Burns, which somehow Curtis has never even heard of George Burns. He's like, I don't even know who that is. Yeah, he doesn't know who George Burns
you
is.
Kidder. We all know who George Burns is.
I was like, really?
Anyway, moving on.
Burns and Allen, I believe it was Gracie Allen. I couldn't tell because she looked super old, and I'm not sure if she was dead yet. But so I was like,
it was crazy
Burns
though.
Allen?
It was very much a who's who.
It was at the time, yeah, definitely old Hollywood. So I was gonna buy it, but he wanted $150 for it. And I'm like, nah, I'm good with that. But it was still a cool find. The two scripts that I got and a couple other little weird things from there, but it was awesome, man. Oh man, I was killing myself. This guy just probably got there a couple of minutes before us, and he had a stack of Lakers ticket stubs, and I'm watching him go through them, and they're like all 80s, maybe late 70s, but it looked definitely 80s because you could tell they were upscaled, a little more colored. And I'm thinking, dude. That guy said $500, and that dude didn't blink. He paid him. I was like, oh shit, man, that's probably like $5-10 grand worth of ticket stubs there. It was awesome, but
people buy ticket stubs.
Oh, yeah. I recently sold a ticket stub for $2,500. So yeah, you got to find the right ones. Like something happened, like a debut or some sort of first time meeting, last time meeting, certain point threshold, stuff like that. But yeah,
Chris, I wanted to, since you're here, I was telling him about how when we were at that same booth that you're talking about right now, where that lady, you took that box from that lady and she was like, like she was putting it out and you just took it from her. What was going through your head?
I mean, I did. Okay, first off, it had all those awards in it, and I had one of them in my hand, and I'm looking at it, and then I was going to reach and get the other one. I really didn't care what was in. like I kind of had an idea what was in it. It was a bunch of sports awards, but it was weird because a couple of them were NCAAs, but they were like tennis or no track and field or something. It wasn't nothing that I really
you took
cared
it from
about.
that lady. You just took it from that lady.
You
did.
No, I'm not gonna. No.
She
you're
went.
Right, I did. I'm just. She's like stop or something. I was like, you're not gonna take something from me, like. No, I'm gonna look through it. And
But
then
she
look through it.
But she was working there. She was. She was.
And that's the weird part. Initially, I didn't know she was working there. I probably would have just said, "Excuse me, I'm looking at that." I thought it was a competitor.
Right.
So you don't take something out of somebody's hands when they're looking at it. There is an etiquette. Like even when I was looking through those box of photos, there was a stack sitting there. I thought the guy was done with them, but I still asked, "Is this your stack?" He said, "Yes." So I leave him alone because why mess with this? I mean, there's some etiquette. She broke the etiquette. Now, granted, I didn't know at the time she worked there, and actually she was the one who, kind of goofed up on a price later. Well, yeah, but that even made it worse, though. Like, I'm a shopper. What are you doing, lady? I'm looking through it. Why are you acting stupid? And even the guy kind of shut her down. The guy who was in charge, he's like, hey, it's like, whatever. And I didn't even want it. So that was the awkward part.
Dude,
I was like, oh,
you looked like a freaking serial killer. Your face was just like blank. You were like,
well, now you know what that old man saw when I shoved him down.
How many old people have you put in the hospital now? Do you have a scorecard?
She wasn't that old. She was probably in her 60s.
Oh, she was old and frail. A stiff wind would have broke her in half. And Chris was like, "You give it."
You're not wrong. And then I didn't even care. I was just like, whatever.
All right,
it was a real good time, man. That was a lot of fun.
It was fun. I got to show the last thing that I manifested. So this was crazy because Chris and I have been talking about. You got a few minutes, Chris?
Yeah, go ahead. My video might get wonky, but
you got to go spit some more.
Hey, sorry,
I thought
man.
I saw him spit on camera.
Hey, it's Dusty, man.
You could make a drinking game out of how many times he spits. All right, so Chris and I have been talking about this for a while, and he says, what do you want to manifest? And it's like 5 a.m, and I'm like, I don't know. I would love to find, when I was a kid growing up, like Star Wars, I was really big into Star Wars. The special editions were coming out. It kind of hit me at the right time. I just became obsessed with Star Wars. I had all the action figures. And for me, the action figures was the power of the Force line, right? And I was like, I had them all. I had Luke and Vader and Obi-Wan and Princess Leia and da-da-da-da-da-da. But I never had the, Star Wars original one of Han Solo. I always had, the Bespin fatigues or the Empire Strikes Back or the Endor, when he's in the jacket. I never had, the standard Han Solo. I had the Carbonite one. I wanted the regular Han Solo. He's the man, right? He's the bippity-boppity-boopity. He's the guy. And so, sure enough, we're at Retro Game Plus, and what should I stumble across? But Han Solo himself.
Stuff Solo? Gee whiz.
Now, as you all know, I don't like to keep these guys caged. They want to be free. It's an action figure. It wants to be in action.
How old is that?
This is
Late
1995 is the copyright date.
How much was it? How much?
This was $6.95. I think this was the most I paid for anything. Any one item that day was this.
$695.
$6.95.
So those things never got crazy expensive because I knew.
Should I open it, Duke? Should I open it? What do you guys think?
It was only $6.
Got to hit that subscribe button.
I mean,
yeah,
but you never
open it.
You never run across this. What do you guys think? What do you think, Matt? Open it?
Yeah. You gotta open it.
It's only worth $6. It's never going to be worth anything more.
Well, not only that, the card's not that great shape either.
Oh,
yeah.
Sealed in there is 1995 Air.
That's true.
Here we go. Should I?
From China.
Yeah, breathe it in.
Oh. Oh,
You just sniffed his ass.
1995 did not smell good.
You sniff Han's ass.
Yeah, maybe you should try sniffing another part of Han Solo. Maybe that.
Right? You went right
Let me-
to his butt.
Look at that. Look at that. Let me get his blaster out.
I knew so many people that were collecting those, and as I was like, they're never going to be worth that much. 'cause
There was one
everybody's
at the-
collecting them.
Yeah, there was one at the time that was rare. It was the Lando, but then they reissued it, so it didn't
Yeah,
matter.
I remember that.
But it
yeah.
was rare for a minute, like for about 6 months, you couldn't find it, and then they reissued it, and it was like, no one cares anymore.
Oh, I can't get him. Anyway,
So do you
there
have
you
the
go.
other figures to go with that guy?
well,
We got Leia and
I might begin anew.
This
I
is
might
a
begin
good
anew. Is
start.
this the start of something? Am I going to collect the power of the Force? First of all, I love these ones. I love that they're all like super muscly. Look at
That's
that.
because
Yeah, they're
The
buff guys.
collectors.
it's got some shoulders on him. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
They're all buffed, even Leia.
Boom.
Yeah,
There we
he
go.
has skin tight clothes there.
Yep.
Jack.
Han Solo's like, I support the Second Amendment.
It's more like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like that.
So there we go. 10-year-old Curtis is once again complete with Ernest Scared Stupid and Han Solo. Childhood
That's
There you
pretty
go.
is
cool.
complete. So there we go. All right, that's
The
where I'm
set
gonna leave it.
looks good, by the way, Curtis. I like the set.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Does he stand up?
I mean, I slept in there recently, but it looks better on camera.
That's why it smells like 1995 in here.
That's true. Or my box are still there.
Beauty.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you. And we're going to see a new collection starting to grow.
Look at the here's the
Yeah,
You know-
gotta get all those guys.
curiously no Leia on here. What's that
Yeah.
all about?
Sexist.
But I had the only one I didn't have as a kid. I didn't have Han Solo and I didn't have a Stormtrooper. Those were the two I didn't have.
Now,
Out of
you
these
know what this guy did? So you could send off some UPC codes and you would get the mail away. You can get the mail away Han and the mail away Luke
In the
in
Stormtrooper
the
thing.
Stormtrooper
Yeah,
outfit. But
You see
can
those
only
all the
get one
time
per
out there.
household.
But you
Right,
see
you
them all
only
the
get
time
one
out
per
there.
household.
They're in like little plastic
You
bags.
Right. Well, they actually came in a little white cardboard box, and then inside of it was a little bag. So
Right.
I started initially. You know what? Maybe it was 2 per household, but so I got 2 under my name, and then I did 2 under my son's name in a separate PO box, and then I did 2 more under somebody else's name in like an address. Like I wrote the address instead of the PO box. Ended up with like 9 of them or something, and I thought, man, these things are going to be valuable. Yeah, they're not.
Do you have any of them?
It didn't cost nothing. Yeah, I still have a bunch of them. I gave one to Vintage to
You know-
complete his set.
I just started a new collection.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Curtis has something that you wanted. Maybe you should trade him for it.
Hey,
Yeah.
live trade.
Yeah. I know, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, dude.
Snow.
Yeah, I mean, you want
That's
Bride of
no-
Chucky, right?
Maybe. That might be one I don't have.
Tremors Laserdisc would be cool.
All right, stop looking at stuff on my set.
Right. You were supposed to have that framed already, lazy.
We didn't
Oh,
find
that
any
would look
frames.
Cool frame.
All right.
Are you going to have
wa-
it with the
Yeah.
silver out?
It was going to go right there, but did you see what I put up instead, Chris? That Royal Rumble?
My screen's super small. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. That looks great. Good job.
All right.
All right.
Nice. Should we move on to someone else or?
We probably should. We're getting close to the end.
Okay, yeah. think it's Matt Bandy's turn.
It's my turn, yeah.
Unless Chris has something from his work he wants to show us that he's adding to his collection.
No, but I mean, it is weird to see my coworkers look at me and wonder what the hell I'm doing.
You're on a top-rated YouTube show.
Yeah, top rated, the top of the top.
We got celebrities in the chat tonight, so it's a pretty big deal. All right, go ahead, Matt.
Okay, yeah, I will start to show one of my actual collections that I've started.
Your what?
A collection.
Nice.
So I'm going to blame Curtis for this. He manifested this on me years ago.
Really?
Yes. And this is the piece that started it all.
Oh, I like
yes.
that.
Yes. I'm jealous. I don't even have that.
So this came into, my wife and I own a consignment store, and this came into this a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. And so this is how my collection started. And I had seen Curtis's collection of his Star Wars figures at his house, and I was like, oh wow, that's kind of cool.
What?
I'm a big Star Wars guy.
What?
Shame on you, Matt Bandy. Shame on you.
Can we please edit that out? I'm a big Star Trek fan. And I did that on purpose. Come on, guys.
It was a great bit.
That's my humor. So Curtis showed me his Star Trek collection. He said he was going for the bridge crew, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And I'd see these figures kind of all over the place. They were pretty much mass produced, and all of them that I find are always on card, and they're relatively inexpensive. So that's kind of what got the ball rolling for me, is seeing his collection, and then this coming into the store, and it still works. And and then you got that.
That is so cool.
Firing the beam out. So you got not really to scale so much.
Because it's supposed to have 2 seats, right?
Yeah. You got one little seater in there.
Seatbelts, which never happen in Star Trek.
Yeah, you got seatbelts in the back too.
Because that's why they have inertial damage.
What did the shuttlecraft have? Phasers? I don't remember.
They have phasers, yeah.
Did it? Okay.
Well, it depends on what class of shuttlecraft. Let's get serious here.
So this
I remember the runabouts on DS9 had.
Yeah, there's no name on that shuttlecraft.
It says shuttlecraft 15. 1701-D.
Nice.
So yeah, 1992 was when this came out.
That's so cool.
I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah. There's a few. There's the Bridge of the Enterprise, and this. Those are the only vehicles that I've seen for this line, this Playmates line. But this is one that I didn't collect as a kid. I didn't become a Trek guy until I was a little bit older. This is what started the collection for me. And then I started going on eBay shortly after that and finding the figures. And so I'll show this one here first. This is the battle damage Riker.
Battle damage.
And so you can see he's got a little bit of a
You know what sucks?
cut on him there and there.
Is that's like Riker in his season 3 uniform, like the one we're all familiar with, the not bodysuit one, right?
Yeah.
That's but you could never get a regular Riker. Like they only had the battle damage one in the season 3 uniform.
Right. You know what's funny, and I'll show this. You'll get a kick out of this too here. So this is the only one I didn't open. All the other ones I opened. All the ones I bought were all on card. But since I had 2 Rikers, I'm like, oh, I'll just leave one packaged, and that way I can kind of keep it that way. But So here's the this would be season 2 because they're still. He doesn't have the collar yet, but he has his beard, so this has to be season 2. But you can, if you can look closely here, you can see there's a little tear right there and a tear on his pants. So it's the same mold, but it's just painted.
Oh,
it's weird, huh?
So stupid. And Riker's my favorite character, and it drives me nuts that I can't get like just a regular Riker.
Yeah, he's got this weird hand position here too.
Massive hands.
That's to when he's
having
fun with the ladies.
The Riker lean,
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make a little game out of this here. So I will. Playmates was kind of known for their likeness of the figures, and so we'll see if you can determine who the figures are. We'll start with an easy one. What do we got here?
Data.
Data. What season is this?
That's season
1 or 2.
1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got a couple more points of articulation than old Riker does, and he got a little.
He's got his quarterback arm thing, so you can look at the play.
So you can open up his wrist there and see the little circuit board going there.
Yeah.
And we got
Woof.
We got Wolf.
Yeah.
Worf here, and he's got a pretty aggressive grip there.
Yeah. That was the last of the bridge crew.
So what's cool about these guys too is like you can't really tell, but they got the height down for the characters too. Like they're not all a standardized height. Some of them are taller than the others.
Yeah.
And let's see, who's this?
Q.
There we go.
What's he doing with his fingers?
He's doing the looks like old Picard here.
That's like the Vulcan nerve pinch thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Make it so. That was emulating Picard.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's pretty clever.
We got Picard here. We know what season this guy is.
That's like season 5. 5 or 4?
That's one that I'm still wanting the non-vest Picard.
I have both. No big deal.
And we got
Mr. LaForge.
Lieutenant Commander LaForge.
Geordie.
So they also have. There's so many different variations of the characters here. You got just Lieutenant Forge before he became the head of engineering.
JG.
Yeah. And I guess there was a few models of LaForge too, where you could take his visor off, and that's a little more uncommon. All the toys have a stamp on the bottom, which has a number. They really banked on the collectability for this, and you could even see it through the packaging there. You tried to get a low print number, or whatever. Then we got who we got here?
Troy.
What season?
That she wears that a lot though.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Straight V-neck.
Yeah, there is multiple versions of Troy in the line. There's the first season where she's in that kind of gray purple bodysuit, and then you have later when she starts wearing her Starfleet uniform.
And it was the guy from RoboCop that got her to start wearing that uniform.
Yeah, he called her out.
Yeah.
Mm. Can you switch hands and put like Worf's hand on her?
No, they don't pop out. No,
that'd be interesting.
It just allows you to turn them, right?
Yeah. Some characters have more articulation than others. Who we got here?
Barclay.
Yes,
Broccoli.
Damn it.
So Barclay is one of my favorite.
He's doing that too.
Guest stars.
Yeah. So this
a recurring character.
Barclay was a little more expensive than other characters. I kind of had to pay up for Barclay.
How much?
$15 ship.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. Although there's so many of these. A bunch of them I did just both deals with one seller. So
Did you know that Barkley was in the A-Team?
I did. I didn't know
Come
that
on.
until much
Howling
later.
Mad Murdoch?
Yeah.
Well, it's Matt Bandy, man. I know Bill would know that because Bill was like 45 when that show was on. So. But Matt Bandy was a little kid, so
Yeah. So initially, my goal was to get the bridge crew, and then I definitely strayed from that. But then we got who we got here?
Crusher.
it's a crusher.
Crusher, yeah.
Nice.
And then who do we have here?
The
Pulaski.
the other one.
No way.
This is Pulaski, which is my third favorite Doctor.
No.
Yes.
Wait,
That's
they
wrong.
actually made a Pulaski for the Playmates line?
Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
I did not know they actually did a Pulaski.
It was
Wow.
later. It was one of the
Okay.
later series, I guess, of the.
Wow.
So,
So,
you're
yeah,
ranking
she-
her above Crusher.
She is above Crusher for me. Yes.
She's good.
It goes the
She's
Doctor.
tough.
You put in
Bob-
him before
Oh,
McCoy?
Yes.
No, that's wrong. This
It
this
goes-
list is terrible.
Kevin, it's Bandy's list. It's
I know,
Bandy's list.
it's not good. It's no good.
It goes.
just stay behind that
Doctor.
duck.
It goes the Doctor, and then it goes Phlox.
Flock.
And then it-
Who's
Wait a
Flock?
minute. See, I told you
No.
this list was bad.
Who's Flock?
Bandy.
You haven't watched
Enterprise.
Enterprise?
Oh, I haven't seen Enterprise, yeah.
Yes.
Then McCoy, then Pulaski, then Crusher.
DS9 guy, not even on the list.
It was my number one.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, who was
I don't think
who
they
was
had.
else in DS9?
Bashir.
Who-
Oh, Bashir, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of old Bashir. He grew on me later though.
Phlox.
Phlox. I love Phlox's character. He's great. So that is all my characters. I kept all their goodies in a bag here. So some of you might know this, but I do some miniature painting. So a goal of mine is because they're all just kind of just this generic bold color. So I think I'm gonna try to paint some of these up to be a little more accurate.
Does that make
So-
them less collectible? Like,
I
is
don't-
that
dude,
frowned upon?
I have no idea. These things they're so easy to get that to
Not
me
in
I think that would be
Canada.
kind of cooler.
Yeah, I don't think we had those. Like, I've never seen. I've seen the figures because people got them on YouTube and that, but I've never seen like the vehicles and that.
Yeah, customs
So
are a big thing though. Sometimes it increases the value.
Yeah, and then you got your what do we got here? What is that?
Dilithium crystals.
You got your dilithium crystals. And,
Who is LaForge? He comes with that.
a lot. There was a couple that came with dilithium crystals and computers, and little things. So some of them came with the same ones, and then Picard, you got a little model of the
Oh, for
Enterprise
his,
there. Yeah.
Ready room.
And then you got
Purple
the
one. Why is it
you
purple?
got the
The
phaser.
lightsaber?
Why is the batleth all red?
Well, I mean, like makes the handle was red, so it was majority red.
So this is a phaser, but it has the beam coming out.
Yeah.
I think that I didn't think that was kind of cool.
That's kind of lame.
It
yeah.
very much looks like a lightsaber.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Clip that guy.
They probably
out.
didn't want to make it too small though for people
Yeah.
to lose. So maybe that's
Yeah.
why they put that
Choking.
on.
Probably choking
Choking.
hazard.
Yeah.
And all of the figures would come with a card. And well, most of them came with a card, but they all also came with a little stand here. that
Oh,
we
I thought
got,
I thought it was a communicator.
we got LaForge.
Yeah.
Where'd you already go?
That's a stand?
So it's a stand, but the bummer thing, they would fit in the bottom of their foot, but
They're off to
They-
the side.
it's off to the side. It's weird. So they'd have
That
one
is-
foot. They'd have 1 foot on there and 1 foot off. So it's like, why didn't you put the damn nub over to the left? So that would be a perfect stand for it. You put it right in the center,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
off center, and it's their foot covers over the name.
Well, there you go, Matt Bandy. You got to file that off and then move it over. Yeah.
So all of them have this, and so what I do for my display, I have it in one of my in the shelving units over here. I just have them sat in I just have them stand in front of it. So there you go. That is for now, my complete Star Trek Next Generation figures.
Jealous.
I noticed you were missing a certain
I'm missing
crew member.
I don't know if I really consider him a bridge member.
No, he's not senior staff.
There was a lot of Ensign Crusher episodes.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know which Wesley that I want. I think I would want the kid Wesley when he was actually on.
Where he's got like the rainbow sweater.
The sweater, yeah.
Shut up, Wesley.
So,
Shut up,
Wesley.
Wesley.
I don't know if he's a little bit more collectible, but he's on the little higher end of the and I need also to get, so when I say higher end, I'm talking like $20. I also need to get oh gosh dang it, I'm blanking on her name.
Guinan.
I need Guinan, but I need
Ensign Rowe.
I need Rowe. And
we keep adding stuff to it.
Yeah.
season one.
Tasha Yar.
Tasha Yar.
Yar. Yes, I need Yar.
Yeah.
She is a little bit. She's another one that's a little more pricey.
Huh.
To find, but that's in box. So I've never really looked for loose figures, but I think I'm just opening them all. I'll start looking for them loose. But it's fun to open them and. So they all have a little on the back like a Starfleet personnel record and gives a little history about them. And
I'm gonna cut that out. Got to cut that out.
Andy, did you keep all the cardboard?
Of course I did. No, actually, I threw it away. For a while I kept it, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And I just tossed it.
That's how I feel. I'm like, I should cut this out, but like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna let's get out the cards and read them?
Yeah, that's why. That's why
like
I kept him sealed, since it was nice. It was not unpunched, but I did keep all the other like the cards and stuff that would come with them. Some of them also came with Pogs.
Ooh.
Yeah, Barkley came with a Pog.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's neat. I'll probably eventually just start to just buy them all, but it's been a while since I've got any.
I used to play a weekly poker game with Will Wheaton online.
Really?
Yeah. He wasn't very good. He used.
How do you know it was actually him?
Because he was a PokerStars like celebrity player, and he would have an official insignia. It was him. And,
gotcha. Well, I mean, I don't want to brag, but Peter North watches this show.
Yeah, no,
that's true. Every week.
Will Wheaton's no Peter North. It was kind of cool at the time, but he wasn't very good. I always wondered, like, why. I mean, other than the fact that he was an actual celebrity, but it's like, dude, you suck.
So if you will permit me, I'd like to give a little tease of what I will show for next week. So this collection I didn't have as a kid. I didn't collect these Star Trek toys as a kid. What I will be showing next is my actual childhood toys that amazingly enough, I have a bunch of them, and they're all still pretty good condition. So I'll give a little sneak here.
Muscle Man.
Got that. Oh, we're good.
Oh yeah.
It is. I am amazed at how much my mom kept, from He-Man down to all the swords,
ephemera,
the guns, all that stuff. I have it all.
Ephemera.
That's crazy.
What are you trying to do to Kevin?
That's the next channel T-shirt I'm making. Ephemera.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you should make that a YouTube channel. Just show ephemera. There's another channel for you.
There you go.
Ephemera at 3 p.m. That's the next channel.
So there's your
Wow.
tease.
God damn it. Good. Another great show. Kevin, we ran out of time.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, sorry
I
about
could-
that.
You gonna give us a tease
Yeah, give us a tease.
Of what?
of the thing you were gonna open?
Oh,
yeah,
well,
you had shit to open.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I even got my knife too.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Got to tune in next time, folks, to
I'll
the
show you-
collectors.
Would you like to see my reading glasses? My new reading glasses.
Well,
Yeah,
we've come
sure.
this far.
And there-
We've come this
And
far.
there goes the demo.
Here, check these out. Look at these. Is
Did it?
that good or what?
Whoa!
Yeah. I can read
Exactly the
stuff now.
same.
Hey,
Why
you'll
don't
be
you
able to
wear
see
those
the
other
fireplace
They're,
now.
they're different though.
Oh,
They're
man.
different though, because I could read things. Like I could read what songs are on this Jack Warner tape. It
Yeah.
reminds me, this has to go in a box. Back to Bill.
No.
Let's see. We got Premonition, What You Don't Know,
That's the
Whenever
bad side.
Hearts Collide, Fighting the Nights, All I Need.
All I need. That's the one.
Make Me Believe It, Sneak Attack, After the Fact, Tell Him That You Won't Go.
I was watching some.
You're not impressed that I can read? I can read.
I was watching an old VHS tape which had an old General Hospital on it with none other than that gentleman, Jack Wagner, playing a role.
Well, then this absolutely belongs in your collection. So I will make sure that gets back to you, sir.
General Hospital alumnus. Man, don't forget the VHS show is coming back. It will arrive at some point. Me and Chris Roberts got to work it out. As you can see, he's showing up at his work, so he's a busy guy to get a hold of.
Yeah.
To work out the
Sorry.
right date. But we'll get there.
I'm
right?
off the next 2 days, and you're not. So, come on. Quit your job.
Quit your
Call in
job.
sick. Call in sick.
Oh, man.
You're not important there, Bill.
That's true. But what a great show. I'm gonna just show you, if you will permit me, because I don't know when we have Curtis on, it's like a gamble if we're gonna get him. I don't want him to miss this other cassette that I picked up. You ready for
Yes.
this, buddy?
Yes. Wait, I gotta go.
I showed you Cher before. Who is Cher partners with? No.
Oh,
How about this cassette I picked up?
Oh, Cold Spring Harbor. That's his first one.
Debut album, Cold Spring Harbor.
And she's got a way about her.
Now he does not like
Don't
this
know
album.
what it is.
Have you heard
But I
that?
know that I can't live without her. What's up?
That was
He
Sunny?
He hates this album.
That's Billy Joel.
No. You know why he hates that album?
The sped up.
Yeah, the sped up thing. Do you have one of the sped up ones? That was on vinyl. That was on vinyl.
Oh, so cassette will be fine, you think?
Cassette should be fine because it was the vinyl. It was the original like pressing of the vinyl made him sound like a chipmunk.
She's
got a way about her.
This got 83 on it. I don't know. I don't know if that's.
Well,
Anyways,
83, yeah, because the original it came out in 80, or I mean, it came out in 71 because it's a 50-year thing, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. So there you go. That's my last to show you. That goes.
Oh my
with
God,
Cher.
your machine's eating the tape. Didn't work, eh? Okay.
Hey, thanks everyone for showing up. What a great, awesome episode. Chris Roberts popping in from work. That was fantastic. Great to see you, sir. After this whole episode was about Chris Roberts, so it was only fitting
Pretty
that he
much.
makes it in.
It was all about manifesting.
Manifestos, yes.
Yep.
Yep. Curtis, Matt, it's great to see you again. Kevin, me and Kevin are gonna have a little date tomorrow.
Ooh.
You guys hang out. Well, me and Kevin gonna hang out a little bit. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like Police Academy after Gutenberg left.
What?
like when we hang out, it's like the original police academies.
Oh, I see.
But when you guys hang out, it's like, Mission to
There you
Moscow.
I see.
That's
so
where
you guys are Steve Gutenberg, and we're not.
There we go. We got
Yeah,
there.
you're the goot. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
All right.
Burn.
So before Kat's butt gets in the camera, I will say thanks again, everyone. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, stay tuned. More fun stuff coming on the channel. We'll see ya. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.